Hi, my name is Ehime Eigbe, and I'm the founder of Sweet Kiwi. Sweet Kiwi is a company that bridges the gap between healthy, functional, and great tasting food in the CPG industry. As a young girl growing up, building a company like Sweet Kiwi was something I could only imagine in my wildest dreams. Sweet Kiwi for me started as a need to heal my body from a disease that was plaguing me. And so I changed my diet, started doing my own food prep, and then I had to find something to satisfy my sweet tooth. And I came across frozen yogurt. And so I started playing around because the frozen yogurt I would come across wasn't as healthy as they said it was. So I would make recipes in my home, and I was just trying it out and taking it to work, and my friends loved it. So I would make my yogurt at home and take it to work for lunch, and my friends could not get enough. And at some point I was just like, you guys have to start chipping in for ingredients, and they were like, oh yeah, we could pay for this. This is so good, it's so good. And they started paying for the products that I would make. And one day my friend suggested that, you could do this as a business. And I was like, what? No, because I never imagined myself owning a business. But then I would go home and I couldn't get the thought out of my mind, what she had said about me doing this as a business. And one day I found myself drawing up a logo at my desk. And that's when I knew that this was something that I had to do. This was a product that I had to share with the world. So I quit my job and started working at a restaurant, just trying to learn how to run a food business. That was where I got my first start. From there, I pulled out my 401k because it was the only funds that I had. I had very little savings, and I started my business. I bought a machine and found a kitchen where I could produce my products from. And I started thinking, how do I find customers? How do I get people to know about my products? How do I grow this business? But the clock was ticking. I had rent to pay, I had bills to pay, and we had no income. And so I started getting very creative. I started reaching out to buildings in the area and starting to see if they were looking to treat their residents to ice cream socials, commercial buildings as well. And they were so excited about that. And we started doing that and using that to pay the bills while we worked on our CPG product. Launching in the CPG industry is really expensive. Packaging, ingredients, pitching and sales and marketing, and there was so much of it. But we had this big dream of launching and being on the shelves of grocery stores. But to fund it, we had to have this other piece, which was doing catering events to fund the business. It was really tough, really hard, working on two separate things when we didn't even have enough money to hire a team. So I was running around, pitching to grocery stores, trying to launch this product at the same time, catering to buildings and ensuring that we were on time and the product was still the same. We overcome that, and I kept pushing through those barriers, and finally we got a chance to pitch to Whole Foods, and we're accepted into Whole Foods, and we launched into Whole Foods Market. With that, I was able to keep pushing through my network and trying to raise funding to be able to support our launch into Whole Foods. And finally, I got an opportunity to pitch to friends of my husband after bugging him for so long. And that pitch led me to get a family and friends round of $75,000. And today, we've just grown the business to a point where we're about to launch into Walmart. It's been just the most phenomenal year, and we've gotten the best opportunities, but funding continues to be a challenge for our business. While being a new mom, I had to still worry about, was my business going to survive this pandemic without any funding at all? But we kept pushing through all of that. And I want to make sure that the next generation of women who are thinking of starting businesses do not have the same challenges and do not have the same fears, and are able to be more confident about the ideas that they have and have more support, and don't have to wonder while taking care of a new baby if they would be able to get the funds that they need to grow their businesses.